Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Efficient Eric. I hope you're all ready for another draft video. Sorry I haven't been making as many videos lately. College has been keeping me very busy, but it's been going well. And regardless, that's no excuse. I'm trying to make more videos. I will say earlier this week I did record a video that the video just went to the garbage. Like, it just didn't record anything after an hour. Regardless, I hope you're all ready to draft. So if you enjoy this video, remember, like and subscribe. It really helps. We're a very small channel, so it's very much appreciated. Every like, comment, and subscription helps. And let's jump into it. So excited. I love this set so far, so I'm excited to see. Okay. So in this pack, what I'm liking is Banishing Light. So Enigmatic Incarnation. It's a good card, don't get me wrong. Like, if you're already in green-blue and you open this pack 2, you take it and try to build around it. You could try to take it pack 1, pick 1, but my thing is, if it's dedicating us to 2 colors. So not only do you have to build around this, we have to hope that we end up in blue-green specifically. Banishing Light is 1 color and is just hyper-efficient removal in this set. Yeah, I think that's going to be the pick here. So everything else, like the Agonizing Remorse is good. Skullfos Maze Warden is good. That's good 4-drop, but nothing insane. Glory Bearers is okay. Like, the comments here are like, kind of. Other than Iroha's Blessing, which is just very good. I'm going to take Banishing Light here. Okay, pick 2, we have more good stuff. So it's looking like drag. I mean, right now the black in this pack is great. So if we can keep getting past black, that'd be ideal. But I think Drag to the Underworld might be the pick here, and maybe we'll make like a super like controlling black-white deck. Let's see. Okay, in this pack, more good black and white cards, to be honest with you. I kind of like Inevitable End as an aura that you can get back with the uncommon if we happen to see one. Dawn Evangel's good, but it's just a 3-mana 2/3, so it's okay. I like the Mogus's Favor as well, but I think Inevitable End is going to be the pick here. Ooh, another Inevitable End. Okay. So in this pack, we have some good stuff. Like, Omen of the Sun is good, but if we can take another Inevitable End, that'd be really good. After this, we really need to start trying to prioritize creatures, but I feel like it's just another really good enchantment for us. That being said, in this pack, there's not much that I love. I'd probably take the Liar, to be honest with you. We're going to prioritize creatures, but not a random 2-drop that doesn't really fit into our deck. Because this is looking like it's going to be a hyper-controlling deck. So we do need creatures, but we don't need, like, insane numbers. So we're still okay for now. For this pick, I think we'll just, like, prioritize a Discordant Piper, just a creature, so we can finally start getting our creatures in this pack. Okay. For this, I'm very happy to take a Dawn Evangel, 3-mana 2/3, and if a creature dies and an aura was attached to it, that's their creature or ours, which a lot of our stuff is enchantment removal. Yeah, I think it'll bring a creature with converted mana cost 2 or less from the graveyard to our hand, so just for free, I'll play that for sure. Okay, now we do kind of have a pick. Triumphant Surge or Revoke Existence. I think Revoke Existence is better. I've played this card and just seen that, like, it will find certain targets, but in some matchups, you really don't find solid targets for it. And in this set, Exile is so important. So we're going to take the Revoke Existence here. Here we'll take the Agonizing Remorse. Wow, this is an incredibly... Wow, okay, this is like a super controlling deck. How many creatures do we have? 1? 2. We have 2 creatures at the end of pack 1. Here I think we'll take Glory Bearers. I like the Rumbling Sentry as well, but I like the Glory Bearers just a little bit more. If I see another Rumbling Sentry, I'll definitely take it for this deck. We wield the Dawn Evangel all day. Wow, we wield the Omen of the Sun all day. Now these cards neither are very important to me. I think I'll take the Skola just for, you know, shiggles. Yep, okay, we're going to get the next point anyway. Wow. Okay, so this pick is actually really tough. Erebos' Intervention is just good removal. Really good removal, actually. But Heliod's Pilgrim, what does that find for us? It finds us our Inevitable Ends. Oh, that's it right now. Okay, so Heliod's Pilgrim is good, and I'm gonna want one for this deck, like 10,000%. But I think Erebos' Intervention just might be better. For this pack, I think we just take the final death. I know we're super low on creatures, guys. Don't get me wrong. And we are going to start prioritizing them. But if they're just going to hand me black removal, I mean, I really can't turn it down. And now I'm really going to try to prioritize as many creatures as I possibly can. So, that being said, I think we just take another Glory Bearers as just a really good defensive creature. Because right now, our removal is insane. So, we just need to survive, essentially. Here, I'll take the Nyxborn Courser as a good 3. I think for this, we'll take the Rage-Guard Berserker as a good 5. Here, it's probably between Timoret and the Nyxborn Marauder. What's our curve looking like? We need more early game creatures. We need it. So I think we'll just take Timoret there. Oh, that was weird. My apologies. Here, we will take Heliod's Pilgrim all day. Man, we are really getting past, like, some insane stuff, guys. That's easy. This is an enchantment that gives us creatures, so I don't mind it. At this point, we might just play that. We'll probably play that. We'll play, yeah, absolutely. I actually really like Lampad. Even in non-red-black decks, I still really like Lampad. We'll take an uncommon for the Vault, and a Thrill of Possibility for the Vault. In this pack, I'm actually really liking, because this pack is kind of weak for us, the Underworld Charger as just a recursive threat, since we don't have many. So just to make sure we have a recurable threat that keeps coming back. And remember, it comes back as a 5/5, so it's actually kind of beefy. And we don't have any other escape creatures yet, do we? Or do we even have any other escape at all? I don't think we do. We don't, so yeah, we will take our first Underworld Charger all day. That being said, Dreadful Apathy is just amazing white removal, like absolutely stunning white removal. Here, what creatures do we have at 4? We have 2 creatures at 4, 2 creatures at 5. It's more early game creatures we need to shore up. But I think we'll just take the Hierophant. It's just a good, again, really defensive card, so. And I think we like it more than the Rumbling Sentry, to say the least. Oh, why is it freaking out on me? There we go. Wow! Okay, black-white has to be wide open, guys. Like, we really found our colors here. So, Drag to the Underworld, I feel, is just another... It's the pick, man. We have so much removal in this deck, and there's no such thing as too much removal. So, you just keep taking all the removal you can in these types of decks. So... Here, my only thing is just, these are kind of expensive. How many 2-drop creatures do we have? A couple. So, mind you, I kind of don't want to play Leonin. The rest I'm very happy to play, though. Maybe we'll just play Envoy? How many auras do we have that actually get the discount? So, this gets the discount. This gets the discount. And that's it. Okay, so not too many, to be honest with you. I kind of don't know what to take here. Do we want a 4 or 5 drop? And our deck is looking pretty split, so I don't know how I feel about the Reverent. Maybe we just take another Rage Guard Berserker as just like late game defense. Because we'll make it to the late game with this deck. I'm almost positive. Or here's hoping, at least. Yeah, I might just do that. So now, okay, another Heliod's Pill. Oh man, wow! To be past all this stuff this late is kind of insane. Like, don't expect this. This has never happened to me in a draft before, where I've found my colors that early and like finding them this powerful. So here it's between. I mean, we have a Heliod's Pilgrim already, which is insane in our deck. It finds a lot of our good removal. Also a Blight Breath Cataplevis, but again, we're kind of split. Like, how much black do we have? We have, but I don't know if we have enough to really be wanting. I mean, regardless, it's good, but I think in this specific case, we already have how many Dawn Evangels? 2? We might just want another Pilgrim, honestly, as another early creature that can block and then get removal. Here, we'll take an Indomitable Will. Yeah. Here, we'll take a Gray Merchant. I mean, we don't have that much, but regardless, it's a 2/4. So I like how it kind of gives us some life and also is a 2/4. Here, we're going to take the Mogus's Favor. Here, we'll take the Cling to Dust. I don't know if we're going to play it, though. Here, I mean, every time I've played Enemy of Enlightenment, I actually haven't loved it too much, so I think we'll take the Rumbling Sentry. Wow, okay, our third Dawn Evangel. Or a Transcendent Envoy. What do we want? How many 3s do we have? A few. How many 2s do we have? I don't kind of want to play that one. Not many in either. Maybe we'll just take the 2-drop. That's just a flyer, so I'll take that, especially since it's the first one. Okay, now I wish I would have taken the other and a playable 4-drop. So that was an incredibly quick draft that went about as good as you could want a draft to go. Look at these playables. Okay. Man, wow, I don't know what to cut. Okay. First of all, Leonin of the Lost Pride, if we could cut that, that'd be cool. Maybe we cut one Transcendent Envoy. I don't know. I really don't want to cut creatures. I guess we can cut an Indomitable Will. Our deck's not really aggressive. Let's take out all the aggressive cards out of our deck. You're aggressive, but I feel like Underworld Charger is going to be one of our win conditions that we're going to need. Nyxborn Marauder is good for Devotion synergy, so I don't want to take it out. I think I'll just cut a Glory Bearers instead of having 2. Maybe we cut 1 Rage Guard Berserker. I mean, we have 10 cuts to make, guys. Like, this is gonna be like super rough. Like, I actually would just go in with this deck if it were 40 cards. Like, this is just, it's perfect. Let's see, how many auras do I have for Heliod's Pilgrim Defiance? So Mogus's Favor, 2 Inevitable Ends, that's 3 cards. 1 Dreadful Apathy, which is just great removal for us. That's actually it. So it's not too much. Maybe we cut 1 Heliod's Pilgrim. Like, I would play it 1,000% if we had the Myers Grasp in this deck. But we actually never saw it. Even though black was wide open, we never saw a Myers Grasp. That being said, I mean, what's our creature count right now? Oh, we actually have a lot of creatures. So wait, yeah, I'm going to start cutting creatures. So we'll cut a Heliod's Pilgrim. I kind of like this, though, just because we have the Inevitable Ends. I think we might cut the Enchanting Lyre just because we have so much removal. It really won't be that necessary. Maybe we cut another Rage Guard and keep these 3 as our top end. Because we're not really aggressive, so we don't need Rage Guard Berserkers in this deck. Like, they're good finishers, but for that we have other ways of finishing. Do we? We do have a few bit of creatures. I think we'll just grind them into dust, honestly. Like, we'll just keep killing their stuff and attacking with a 2-mana 2/2 that can't be blocked by enchantment creatures. Man. This deck came to... And this is, mind you, a 1 rare deck. It's not like we kept all 3 rares. But I guarantee you, people that kept all 3 rares were probably going to shit all over them. I like Mogus's Favor. How many other escape cards do we have? I don't think it's many at all. So that makes Mogus's Favor and the Underworld Charger even better. We have 17 creatures. Okay. Let's cut an Envoy. Cut a Piper as well. What are our 2-drops? 1, 2, 3, 4 2-drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3-drop. Remember, this makes creatures too, so... Maybe we just cut the Nyxborn Marauder. And even if there's only drains for a little bit, it's still going to drain. And every once in a while, we'll drain for a ton. Because we do have like Timuret helps with that. Excuse me. Even though it's not too much. At most, let's say at the very most, how much do we have? Let's say we have that on the field, that on the field, that on the field, which this isn't likely, but let's say we have one of each. So we have a Mogus's Favor, we have a Timuret, and we have an Underworld Charger, and yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. But for that, I think I'd prefer to just cut the Rumbling Sentry and be happy about the 2/4. Yeah. Oof, I'm sorry guys, this is like super rough. At 3, how many creatures do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But this creates, so it's kind of like 6, 7, more likely. So maybe we cut a Nyxborn Courser. 3 mana 2/4 enchantment creature. Maybe. But I kind of like it. Maybe I cut an Omen of the Sun, honestly. You don't need 2. Because it's not removal, remember. It just creates a little bit of creatures there. And I like the land pad just to have as a defensive 2 mana 1/3. That then they try to remove your stuff and you just have a free sack outlet. And it's also kind of a win condition. If the board hits like super parity and you just start sacrificing all your stuff to ping them out, it's not bad. Man, guys, we have 2. Imagine, like, the scariest part of this deck is look what we've cut out of it. That should show you how scary this deck is. Like, this is stuff that didn't make the cut because I didn't have space for it. Kind of spooky. I know, I say spooky. My apologies. I'm just going to apologize in advance. You can unsubscribe, I understand. Man. This actually sucks. I don't want to cut like any of this. I feel like we need now how many? All right, now we're at 13. So now we really do need to stop cutting creatures. Start cutting more in. Maybe we cut the Agonizing Remorse. We have enough removal. I mean, I guess you keep Agonizing Remorse in case we go up against a Dream Trawler or something that even with all this removal, it doesn't really like accomplish what you need it to, but So what would I want to cut that's not a creature? Maybe the second Omen, because it's not just directly removal at this point. Yeah, maybe the second Omen. I kind of don't want to, because it's not removal, but it is creatures. And it makes our instants more powerful, too, because we could be keeping this up and they wouldn't know. And I think at this point, maybe we cut the Nyxborn Courser so that we play, because right now it's just that's going to be hard to hit on 3 a lot of the time. Well, not hard, but like it would be harder to hit. I just like it as defensive because I've played Omen of the Sun and made 2 1/1s, and it's not like it stops them. They're going to keep attacking. A 3 mana 2/4 does stop them. Like they just acknowledge like, yeah, they can't really get past that. So let me see. I'm sorry, guys. Like this is like taking way longer than the draft at this point. Is just deciding what we're going to be cutting and what we're not going to be cutting. I like Mogus's Favor. I like Agonizing Remorse. Maybe we just cut Omen of the Sun. And then we need one last cut. I never thought I'd be cutting all... Well, disregard that. I never thought I'd be cutting all the copies of Omen of the Sun out of a heavy white deck. Or at least a half white deck. I like Inevitable End because Heliod's Pilgrim finds it. So maybe... How many creatures do we have now? Oh, here, we'll put on the sleeves. Maybe we can cut one more creature. How many creatures do we have on mana? 2 or less? 4. I think I'll just cut one Dawn Evangel and that'll be it. And then this will be how we are set up. Alright everybody, let's do it. I am so excited for this. This is probably the best deck I've drafted so far. Watch me go 0-3. Please, I'm tapping on wood. Please, I really don't want to go 0-3 with this deck. Because this deck's just, like, the amount of control that we have in this deck is pretty dumb. I cannot believe we were getting past all that black. Because right now, I really do think black is the strongest color in this set. So, and we'll keep this. We have both our colors. We have everything we kind of want here. We have, we don't have an early creature, but we do have a 4-mana 3/4. No, that's fine. I'll probably just Mogi's favorite. I keep saying Mogi's because I watched Ben Stark stream the other day and he called it that and it was really annoying me. And now it's kind of stuck in my head. We're going to Mogis's favor that. Just because it's basically free. And it will start poking at us because we do have our creatures, but we don't want to get rid of them just to handle that, of all things. We'll pass. I don't mind taking 2 because next turn I'm playing Glory Bearers. That's fine. Happily play our Glory Bearers and ship the turn back to them. We've had a solid start here, but I really don't see... I mean, let's see what happens before I keep talking trash. But right now, they're looking pretty good. They're doing everything that they want to be doing. They're enchantment creatures. Now, red-green is usually a power 4 or greater deck. But maybe we'll start seeing that soon, but we haven't seen any yet. And we have removal for when that time comes, between Erebos' Intervention and Banishing Light. Rad. We'll play this, start gaining some life. I'll leave up the Erebos' Intervention, and then if they do nothing, just exile the Moss Viper, gain a life, and be happy about it. Okay, a Scoffless War Leader. We'll probably hit that with Banishing Light on the upcoming turn. We'll gain our life here. Just because a 4/5 will get past us, and we just have the removal in hand for it, so I don't really mind all that much. Pass turn. And again, we're still leaving up Erebos' Intervention to handle anything with 2 toughness or less. Mind you, that's not a ton, but it's enough. Okay. Good card. Shadow Spear is just a solid card. I've gotten some serious enjoyment out of it already. Okay, nothing I can really do about that. It's a 2/4 though, so he's getting his Constellation synergies, but that's still not, that's not attacking. And also, I do want to remind you guys about something. Erebos' Intervention. So anytime this effect has at instant speed, target creature gets -X, it can be -1/-1 up until, you know, where it kills it. It doesn't have to be straight up removal. It can, this can act as like a combat trick. It lowers power as well. So if he attacks a 5/5 into our 3/4, and I give it -2/-2, our Glory Bearers win that combat, I want you to know. So, I feel like this is just a pretty solid opportunity to play Inevitable End on their Nexus Wardens. So they can keep that around, but they'd have to sacrifice their other creatures. And remember, that also symbolizes that on their end step, if they sack anything, we're going to gain life out of it, because our Timuret's going to exile it from their graveyard. I almost feel like a douche. Like, this is bad. Because I've never played such a controlling deck before. But yeah, you guys tell me what you think in the comments, because I'm loving this set so far. I think it's pretty complex, and I'm enjoying it. But I've heard other people say different things, so if you don't think so, that's fine. But I'm loving it right now, man. I think the set is the shit. Okay, they're not going to do anything. We will happily just exile both of those from their graveyard. So this is good too, because green does have escape stuff. Like, they have the Chimera, the 4/1 Chimera. This is ensuring that they can't escape it at any point. Sure, I'll play a Venomous Hierophant. It'll help us get back Mogus's favor, because right now it only has one other thing in the graveyard. Let's hope it mills 2 lands. But now that I've said that, there it is. Oh, but we do get an Underworld Charger out of it, so that's actually really good, because we have the 3 other cards to do it, so we can get that back on the board here. As of next turn, I might start swinging in with the Glory Bearers. Because they... Well, I guess not. Because they could double block it and I only get to eat 1. Okay, that's a major issue. Damn, and we lost some of our enchantment removal there, so that kind of hurts. Let's see what they pick. I think we just have to let this resolve. It doesn't kind of suck. This really sucks. But I don't think we can do too much about it. What's good is, hopefully we'll still come out on top. We won't escape anything yet. And then if we do so, hopefully we'll survive the whole ordeal. And then be able to keep escaping stuff out of our graveyard. Because what this will do is, it's going to load up our graveyard. And luckily, we have some creatures here that won't kill themselves if they... Well, if they attack, they'll kill themselves, but... Won't kill themselves if they deal power equal to their toughness. Or... deal damage equal to their power. Excuse me. So this combat, I have to swing in, is it? No, I don't. So we'll keep it back for now. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to put anything on board, because anything I play is just going to have itself killed. This turn, all my stuff is going to have to attack, so they're going to be able to eat a lot of my stuff. Like, they'll be able to trade these 2 off, and then just eat the Timuret. Okay, in that case, in response, we're going to pay 3. Give that -3, -3. Actually, you know what? We're not doing anything with our mana anyway. Let's be safe. We're going to pay everything we can. Because in these situations, what if he has +2/+2? Sorry, still messing it up. I can pay more. I can pay... 6? Yeah, 6. Because if he has a combat trick, this still gets around it. So, like, if he has, like, Infuriate to try to give it more, we make sure that that doesn't happen, and we gain the 6 life anyway. And we're not doing anything else with our mana on this turn, so... This is fine. Because that Hydra's Growth would have gotten out of hand very quickly, especially if he cleared our board there. That would have been no fun. And at least like this, it's harder for him to just eat our stuff now. I think I have to attack, right? Yep. So they're just going to trade those. Okay, I don't mind that horribly, to be honest with you. In response, let's get rid of their stuff. Make sure they can't do anything about it. Gain a little bit of life. And it does say each tapped creature, so this won't enter the battlefield tapped, right? Shouldn't. So we're just going to bring this back. We don't have any way of getting, like, spells back from our yard. Especially because we didn't pick up the signpost uncommon for black-white, the Rise to Glory, which I would have loved for this deck. But that's fine. Thanks, bro. Good emotes. So you see, that was a Crow in War, which is one of the strongest, you know, rares in red, and we just handled it pretty well, all things considered. We have more cards in hand. We actually have a recurable threat. We still have, like, a strong chance in this game. Even though they played one of the most, you know, bomby rares in the set. Of course, he puts it on the 2/4, that's fine. He's going to try to find more gas, that's fine. And a 2/4 with lifelink is not going to race our 5/5. So, and also I might just put Mogus's Favor on this just to make it bigger. Make it, what, a 7/4. Let's do that. We only have to escape 2 other cards, so. If anything I wanted from my graveyard, I don't think I'd want Timuret, so. And what's good is we still have 2 cards in the yard, so if we lose our Underworld Charger, we can just get rid of the Mogus's Favor and we'll still be able to escape it again. Bang. I know they have 1 card in hand, but it might just be a land at this point. Next turn, if they don't play anything, I'll definitely Agonizing Remorse just to make sure that they have nothing in hand. But I don't feel the need to just yet, because if it's a land, we just essentially pay 2 mana to lose a life. That hurts. But as far as I see, he doesn't have a way to sack it yet, so I don't mind taking 7 once. Again, this isn't the worst. That's a good card. So what I'm learning is I absolutely should have Agonizing Remorse there. I don't know what you drew into, but I would have been happy taking either of those. This guy can't be stopped by enchantment creatures, so this isn't a race. They're dealing 4 and gaining 2, so a total swing for 6. We're swinging for 9, and they only have 1 more health than us, so. Yeah, he's getting confused. He's like, why can't I block that? And we have them on a pretty tight clock like this. That being said, Nightly is a pretty scary card. Shit. Okay. And you see what's good about that is that he's empty-handed, so he's going to keep being able to draw into more creatures, which will eventually make this indestructible. So, we do need to, you know, finish this game as quickly as humanly possible. I don't mind taking 2 if he wants to chump. This is fine by me. Especially if we draw into more removal and we get rid of one of those 2. It's even better because he has less devotion. That being said, I think we know the strat here. This is a pretty scripted play. He can get chumped, so I'd actually prefer to put it on him. Because he can't get chumped, so for sure we're going to get the extra point through. Like this, the extra point might not go through and he can't kill it anyway. So. And now we can just leave a 5-4 back to block, or we can just keep going in and they're probably not going to last too much longer in this game. Unless you start ripping stuff off the top with Nylea, which is it a tap? It's not a tap, so they can activate it twice this turn. Interesting. I forgot that I had that ability. I still don't think it's smart. If he wants to trade with my Temple Thief, that's fine. But now he's going to get 0 activations off of Nylea. Unless he, like, taps this and... Well, he could tap it in response, give 1 activation. And he didn't. So, he's not going to get any activations. But regardless, this is indestructible. I forgot that too. New. Sorry, bud. Like, I'm not even going to give the nice emote. Like, I feel like that's rude. I'm sorry, bro. So that's not an enchantment creature, so that can block Temple Thief, so now I probably want to attack this time with him. Now, if I could draw into some instant speed removal, that would be, like, top, as some might say. Because then we still just swing out, and whichever block is unfavorable. Not what happened. But regardless, I was going to say, whatever block is unfavorable, we still just go for it. So I think we swing in with the Charger, the Berserker. Yeah, and no matter what, like, they have to double block, and he can double block this with this, right? And then we'd only get to eat 1. But then he wouldn't be able to kill the Underworld Charger this turn. I don't think this can go too badly, but let's see. I mean, he can create a chump blocker with a Destiny Spinner. That is true. But I still don't think this is the worst play. Regardless, this is a recurrable threat. It's not the worst thing in the world. And it's just a 2-2. I can't see this being, like, that horrible for us. So, like that, we get to eat both of those. And we get to eat both of those. So, it's pretty much going to clear their board by doing this. And then we just bring Underworld Charger back. So, now, look at our board state when everything's all said and done here. And we lost the Berserker as well, so we get to keep Mogis' favor in the graveyard. He will get 1 activation of Nylea. But, let's see it. And that's nothing. Good. I mean, he could... I think he's forgetting to activate Nylea. But that's fine. I mean, hey, I'll take a free win. Good game, dude. I hope he didn't just realize that Nylea had that ability. I hope not. So that was good. We worked through a mythic that didn't do much. That's why I heard this on Limited Resources, which is a great podcast and resource for limited gameplay. I highly suggest them. I heard it from them, and it's very true. In terms of the gods, you have to be able to want to play them just as an enchantment for them to be good. Because a lot of the time, if you're not playing like heavy one color or mono color, they're going to just end up being an enchantment. They're not going to become the indestructible creature you think they are. So that's why I really don't suggest that people play them if they're not happy with just the enchantment side. That being said, this hand, if we get a Plains, is pretty solid. And if we don't, at least we have Timuret. Should we mulligan this? Because if we don't draw into any more land, we're pretty screwed. But if we do, it's solid. I mean, I can assume we will. We're playing 17 lands, so I don't think it's the worst. Pass turn. Let's see what happens. I like my little fox. He's a cutie. Let's change his color. There we go. Our opponent doesn't know what's up. Oh, awesome. And we have a three drop as well. So this hand is now very playable. I mean, I still hope... I mean, we still really need to pull into a white mana, but not just yet. As soon as possible, yes. But not just yet. We can play the Charger and then attack with Timuret, because then he's a 2-3, so they can't trade. And he doesn't have the mana to pump Incendiary Oracle yet. And yes, he can get in for 3, but then we have a 3-3 and a 2-3 on our side that can keep on attacking. Ooh, that's a good card. So it looks like he's doing the Heroic deck, which means that he's probably going to be going really wide. So after that first attack, I'll probably stay back now. Here we go. So now we can just play this super defensive creature. We don't need the removal just yet. If he wants to trade both of those for an Underworld Charger. Oh, not even. If he wants to chump, that's fine too, because remember, their deck relies on going wide. For that, that's the best way that Heroic works. If they don't have tokens and they don't have wide, their deck kind of fizzles. So I don't mind at all if they want to just trade off their stuff. And they don't have anything in the graveyard for us to start Timuretting just yet. And they're playing that card. I don't think that card is very playable at all. Maybe that is literally the only escape card they have in their whole deck. But even then, I probably still wouldn't play it. That being said, now I feel like I can swing in with Underworld Charger. And if they try to do some sort of double block, we can blow them out with Drag to the Underworld and then still play Heliod's Pilgrim. So... again, don't mind this at all. And if they're just going to let it through, that's fine as well. We'll play our Heliod's Pilgrim and go grab probably removal. They're going to have tokens, so I don't feel like the inevitable ends are great here. We'll just take our Dreadful Apathy and be happy about it. And leave up Drag to the Underworld. Hi. Excuse me. Very well. So now they really are starting to go wide here. Okay. I mean, if he has a comeback trick, I could really care less. I'm going to lose a Heliod's Pilgrim. Otherwise, I just kill that and they gain a life. Sure. It's fine by me. I don't think I'm going to hit anything with removal just yet. So what's our devotion lane like? 2, 3. We'll deal 5 and gain it back. Sure, and it's a defensive creature. Well, first things first. Let's attack. Again, if they want to make some really, like, weird block, that's fine. I forgot he had 4 toughness. My bad. That was honestly just dumb. So we'll just play the Gary and do our damage. Yeah, that's fine. Interesting. Okay, they're going to get in for one big attack. That's fine. Sure. So now they're tapped out. And we... So is that the only card they have in the graveyard? Oh. So here's what we're going to do. Let's just attack with all the stuff that's not going to block anyway. Just deal 4 damage and pass back to them. Leave up our removal. And on their end step, we'll exile anything from their graveyard. What does this need? 2 other cards? So if something is going to go to the graveyard, I'll just do it in response to make sure they don't get another 1/1 that can't block for 3 mana, but... Okay, that's fine. What I don't like is they're gaining life off of Daxos, so I might remove him soon, but that's not a now problem. And then they're going to be forced to attack with that Rage Hound next turn. So when they do, we'll eat it, and then once we eat it, we'll Timuret it away so they can't keep getting it back. Because once it's a 4/2, it does kind of become an issue, but we won't let that happen. Okay, let's hit their stuff. Neither are creatures, but one is an escape card, so there is inherent value in just exiling it. Maybe I'll just use the not instant speed removal to take care of something. I think what we're going to do is we're going to hit Daxos with Dreadful Apathy, right? But we're not going to activate... I mean, we only have 1 white mana, so regardless we can't. And then next turn, like on their end step when they attack with the Rage Hand, we'll get rid of it. And then on our next turn on untap, we'll just pay the 3 and get rid of it. So now... we'll pass. I would attack with the Underworld Charger to try to pull off some maneuver with blowing them out with some removal. But that would then use the mana that we're going to use for Timuret. So this is fine. If their plan is to keep wrap in flames our stuff, I don't see this game going very long. How much is that? I'm going to block the Underworld. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is fine. We're going to eat the Rage Hound and then exile it immediately. We're going to gain a little bit of life off of Timuret. So now, really quickly, we're going to activate the Dreadful Apathy. Just fucking get rid of Daxos. And that won't give the Dawn Evangel trigger. Regardless, I don't have anything, but it won't give the Dawn Evangel trigger. Let's play this, and then we can just leave up Drag to the Underworld. So we have blockers in case of... They have 2, 4, 6, 8 damage exactly. So I need to leave back... How many blockers? 4, technically, because if they pull out another Wrap in Flames, I'm going to be pissed. So we're just going to attack with the Rage... with the Underworld Charger. Because if they rip a 3rd Flames off and we attack with 2 things, they then make the other 3 unblockable, and then they win the game. Like, we actually have no blockers. I mean, we could remove one, but let's just be safe, really. Again? It looks like he's getting pretty desperate here. So I think we'll put Timuret here, because they would have to pump her... I don't think they have the mana to 4 times. Yeah, they don't. Block this like this. This like that. And whatever they go for a combat trick on, we can just remove it in response and just cancel out the combat trick. I don't know what our opponent's thinking here. They better have some drastic removal or like... Yeah, okay. I was expecting something weird there with that all-out attack. So either they were going to win the game or they were going to lose the game with that attack. Okay, we're going to do one more match and then we're going to take a little break. Like, you guys won't see anything. It'll just be, I'm going to take a break and it'll cut and cut back in and we'll start the next game. But, yeah, just because these drafts do take quite the while, as I'm sure you guys know. And also, I don't know if I have any newer players on here, but one thing I'm always doing is I'm always entering giveaways and stuff for Magic. There's a lot, guys. Like, if you don't know about them, there's a lot of people that do giveaways somewhat consistently that it's always good to try to at least get involved in. So, like, one that I always, someone I follow is Cassius Marsh. He's actually an NFL player for the Cardinals, and he's really into Magic the Gathering, and Ultra Pro does giveaways with him all the time. So, if you don't know about him, I would highly suggest trying to follow him on Instagram and trying to participate in his giveaways. That being said, turn 1 Bronze Sword is not looking good for the opponent. Protean Thaumaturge. It's actually a pretty solid card. I don't know what we want to play here. I might just hit that with an Inevitable End, because that card can be really good, and if they start replicating all our shit, it's going to be really annoying. So I think we'll just get rid of it now. There we go. And that's fine. I think we'll play the more aggressive creature, because next turn we can give it +1/+0, and it can attack past the Courser. This is fine. They're spending their whole turn making that into a 4/4, which can then... Oh, okay, well, if that's the case, I will promptly remove that. And you know what, guys? That was actually a punt. I should have waited. Actually, technically not. Yeah, it gets in an extra 3 points of damage. The other thought was maybe just don't do the extra 3 points and wait to see if they play a bigger threat. But we did draw into a Heliod's Pilgrim, which can draw us into more removal. So... Glory Bearer is just fine. So again, this turn we'll set this up. They don't really have a block here. If they want to trade, they'd lose their creature. Yeah, guys, just in general, I don't think you should really be playing Bronze Sword. You have to be like... I don't know, there's got to be a creature in your deck that you really want to augment for you to really be wanting to play Bronze Sword consistently. So I wouldn't suggest it. Like, that card is not very good. If the equip costs were cheaper, sure, but 1 mana and then equip for 3... Because the difference in 3 mana equip for 1 and 1 mana equip for 3 is really different. You pay the 3 mana once, and then you just keep equipping, rather than paying 1 mana once, and then every time you want to equip, it costs 3. No thanks. That being said, I think what we're going to do is we're going to Inevitable End the Glory Bearers, so if they want to keep them around, they have to get rid of the Envoy. So that next turn we can attack, and then we'll play the Courser out. Have another solid blocker. That's both of our Inevitable Ends. Probably next turn I'm going to play Heliod's Pilgrim to get us our Dreadful Apathy. because you don't want to draw our Dreadful Apathy, and then we don't have any more auras to go get with Heliod's Pilgrim, so we need to avoid that at all costs. Favorite of Iroas, that's fine. I will say, if they equip it and then start playing their enchantments, it probably will get out of hand pretty quickly. But this turn, play out our Heliod's Pilgrim. Get our Dreadful Apathy. And I think we'll play Lampad and leave up the opportunity to sack something should we need to. Actually, we'll probably just sack the Rage-Scarred Berserker. So that way they can't exile it, and we actually get value out of it, rather than them just exiling it. Actually, we can wait, because if they go to exile it, we can just do that in response. Which is always good to do, because then if they do something, like they target something else, we still have the mana to get rid of that, rather. So like if they want to Ichthyomorphosis something else, we can just sack in response. And that's why Lampad is so good. It essentially just like, it doesn't blank the removal. They're still killing the creature, but it definitely makes it a little easier. Because then they try to remove stuff, and you just sack in response, and you're getting value out of them trying to remove stuff, which is horrible for the opponent. Like, that's like worst case scenario. So here, it looks like we're going to chump with Heliod's Pilgrim, and then sack it in response. Because that doesn't have trample, right? Nope. So you see, now, that regardless, they're not going to get rid of the Rage-Scarred Berserker, and we just got value out of that. Now, we're going to drag to the Underworld that, so we can get in some damage. And sure, we'll swing out, because they can't kill any of our stuff. We have 4 mana up and 4 creatures. If we sack all of them, there's nothing they can do. We just win. So, we'll do that. They're tapped out. They have no mana. Like, guys, do not do this if they have mana up. Because then you're really going to be sad if they find a way, like if he had the White Omen that gained 2 life, this would suck. But with that, we win. Good game. And we get up to silver. Rad. Hopefully this season we'll make it up to gold, at least. Alright, rad. Right where we left off. Yeah, so I take little breaks like that, usually to get a bite to eat. Like I got some water this time, because my throat is kind of giving out on me. So pardon me if you hear me drinking water. But this is just so I can keep talking. And beyond that, these videos do get long, so it's nice to break them up a little bit. But, so far, I'm really liking this black-white deck. I'm really liking black-white in the format in general. I feel like it's one of the stronger archetypes. In general, black is just really strong. And blue actually isn't this, like, incredibly powerful thing. So, I'm loving it. With us going first, though, in this hand, it's aggressive, but it's not controlling, which isn't what our deck wants to do, so it's a little dangerous. So I'm actually going to mulligan. Here we go. This is a lot more doable, and we can just put a swamp on the bottom, so that makes our lives a little easier. There we go. So we have a turn 2, a turn 3 play, and a piece of removal in hand. Hopefully, we just draw okay and are able to, you know, get some value out of this. Drop Timuret, pass back. As you can see, I'm actually... Oh, sorry. Forgot to mute that. I'm really high on Timuret in this format. he has overperformed extensively for me. He just does everything you want him to, honestly. Like, he's a 2-drop that can get more defensive, which is black, and especially in white, wants to be a little more defensive. But when he's not being super defensive, he is exiling creatures out of graveyards, which is, again, so relevant. Are we playing the mirror match? Dude, fucking nice. That being said, let's drop Hierophant. Are they gonna keep up again? If they drop a Hierophant, I'll actually like start screaming in a second. Now that's an issue, so we're probably going to Erebos' Intervention that. Because if we start... I mean, if we hit it with Inevitable End, I'm actually kind of curious. Like, what would I do? If I had a Nightmare Shepherd and they Inevitable End, they start getting their creatures back. I'm not the biggest fan of it, to be honest. So I think I'm just going to... I mean, I'll offer the trade. Actually... Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to swing in with the Hierophant, and then we're going to do it before blockers. I should have just done it in main phase 1. But that's because then if they block with anything, they get them back as 1/1s, and I don't want that. I want to kill their stuff, so. Okay, and we have exactly enough mana to do this. And we're going to gain 4 life too, which is pretty nice. So they'd have to double block to deal with the Hierophant, and we would trade with both of them. So this is still fine. Very well. So obviously, like, Inevitable End, I like this card. I think people were underrating it in the beginning. For the most part, it does what you want it to do. But obviously, guys, like, you want a Mire's Grasp, the 2-mana aura. Like, it's an aura too, but it's 2 mana. And gives a creature -3/-3. You want that card more than this. Now, Rise to Glory is very good. So what we are going to do is slap an Inevitable End on it. So we'll just play the waiting game. They either have to sacrifice it, or they can try to sacrifice more of their board. Which is fine by me. And just the Erebos plan was a little bit better. And you know what we're going to do? Let's see. I don't know if this is going to work. But if they sacrifice a different creature, when they sack it, or when that ability is on the stack of it coming back, I'm going to exile it from their graveyard and see if they get the 1/1. Because if they don't exile it, they might not get the 1/1. So is this going to work? Because that'd be super cool if it did. Awesome! Okay, so that's a really interesting interaction. And now you guys know too. So if you're playing against a Nightmare Shepherd and you have... obviously that's a rare and Timuret is an uncommon, so this isn't super going to happen all the time. But now you guys know you can do that. Like, that is a possibility for you. Ooh, that's bad. If he knows what he's doing, which he might not, but... Because he could give the Nightmare Shepherd protection from black, and then the Inevitable End would actually fall off of it. But hopefully he won't know that. Let's see what we draw into here. Swings in for 4. We're gonna do this because I need them to make sure, like, I need to make sure. Ooh, do I get to get any card? I do. Now, in response, let's exile that so they don't get the 1/1, because now they can't do what I was talking about. I should forgot about this interaction with the Dawn Evangel. We're not gonna play Temple Thief though, because we need to keep up mana for Timoret so they don't keep getting the 1/1s out of this deal. Excuse me. That's fine. Go ahead and make your decision on who you're gonna sack. I'm keeping up full control here. So now we're gonna activate Timoret. They're not gonna get the 1/1 out of the deal. There we go. So this is like a neat little combo here with Inevitable End and Timoret, and specifically Nightmare Shepherds. That's why I'm saying it's not gonna come up that often. Like, in reality, it's really not. But still very useful. And I assume I don't have any more 2-mana creatures in there. I don't. But Dawn Evangel, hey, that goes to show you. So for 3 mana, we get a 2/3 enchantment creature that when I killed one of their creatures, gave me back my Temple Thief. That's value. Like, that's really, really good. Aspect of Lamprey. They can't play it this turn. So what that's telling me is I need to dump my hand this next turn. That also tells me that they just don't have removal. Because you would never pick up an Aspect of Lamprey. You would always pick up the removal in your deck. So they don't have... I mean, they might have removal that's, you know, not Aura, but they don't have the Aura removal, which means you shouldn't be playing Heliod's Pilgrim in general. He's going to play the Aspect of Lamprey this next turn. So I just need to dump my hand, in all honesty. So let's just exile it, so that way I don't have to keep up that's why... So this is the first example I've ever seen of Inevitable End not doing what I really needed it to. So it's going to cost us 2 cards, but we did make them sacrifice a ton of stuff. So it's not the worst, but this is officially happening. We don't have any more 2-mana creatures, right? Because this would, you know... Actually, no, because it'd be exiled, so this actually wouldn't happen. We're going to play that. So this is great, because he can actually start attacking, because the only creature that's not an enchantment is Heliod's Pilgrim, which can't block the Temple Thief. We'll pass for now. And next turn we will start attacking with our Temple Thief. So now Aspect of Lamprey does nothing. We have no cards in hand. If you don't know what it does, there it is. It would make me discard, which obviously I don't want to do. But obviously does nothing if you're out of cards in hand. Oh, they have their own Temple Thief. Okay, that's fine. What I might do is attack with my Hierophant. Because no matter what, the blocks don't work out well. I have to see. Ooh, a flyer. Okay. And it'll make my Mogis' favorite cheaper. So that's perfectly fine. And you know what? That holds Mogis' favor really well. So we're going to pass again. In our next turn, we'll play Mogis' favor on the Envoy, making it a 3-1 flyer. And that's a threat. They need to deal with that. If not, they're going to lose this game. And that's the game. Okay. I wonder why they did that. But that's fine by me, I guess. Alright, next game. I'm sorry for any disturbances, guys. I do share this house with my family, so quite frankly, there are going to be other noises. Sorry about that, you know, my apologies. And this is a mulligan. This is keepable. Now, are we going to be greedy? I think we'll drop the Temple Thief as much as I don't want to, because we could drop a land, but if we don't get the Heliod's Pilgrim, that's going to suck. But do we just want... No, we're a controlling deck. Stick to your guns. We're controlling. We're not trying to be aggressive. We just need to survive. And a 2-mana 2/2 that can't be blocked by a lot of creatures is not defensive. It's just maybe in the late game we'd want it, but we have more win conditions in here. So we should be A-okay. Play the Swamp. Drop the Pilgrim, which blocks the Leonin rather well. Let's grab our Dreadful Apathy. So now if they want to attack with their Leonin, they're just going to trade it for a Pilgrim that already dug up removal for me. I make this trade all day. I mean, if he has a random combat trick, doesn't matter to me. And he's not getting the upside of the exile. Well, okay, he's exiling my Heliod's Pilgrim. Which I'm not even sure if I have a way of recurring in this deck, to be 100% honest with you. Play our Glory Bearers. Attack in the air for 1. Good to go. Sunmane Pegasus. We might actually just Dreadful Apathy that. Because let me tell you, that thing is an issue. What I don't know is I don't know if I want to Erebos' Intervention. I think I'll Dreadful Apathy, because if we need to exile something like a god or some real problem, we do have the Revoke Existence. So... and we'll attack. And on our... I guess on our next turn we'll exile it, because you really don't want to have to deal with that issue of something happening there, but let's see. Okay, so that is 10,000% getting Erebos' Interventioned. So that's a card draw machine. And you know, we say to card draw machines, no. I don't think there's any blue combat tricks, so this shouldn't work out bad. Get in for 1 damage. Give it back to the opponent. If we draw into another mana, we can exile that and play our Dawn Evangel. Like I said, thank God we held on to the Revoke Existence. So that's going to gain the life. But to be honest, the Heliod is what needs to go away like yesterday, so... that can get exiled. And like this, we have a triple block on them. That we would only lose one creature, so. And that's why you mainboard Revoke Existences. They usually have good targets, and sometimes they have insane targets. Now, in this case, this sucks. So, we can't double block that, but I don't want them drawing cards either. I mean, we're likely to top deck some removal. I don't think we should be throwing away creatures just yet. But, you know, we really do not want to let this get much worse. We didn't draw the removal, but we'll just exile that, play out our charger. I mean, I guess we're not blocking anyway, so. We need to top deck removal like yesterday, though. So this person's playing green, white, blue. How weird. So I guess they're splashing green is what it looks like. Wow. This person's doing it. They're going to get in for 8. And they're going to make a 1/1 out of it. Commanding Presence, very, very good card. Very good card. So you're going to get Inevitable Ended. And we're going to attack. Do I even attack with the Transcendent Envoy? Because I need to make sure I can chump block that. Because if not, they're going to keep sacking the 1/1s they're making. No, we're a controlling deck. What we need to do is win this game. So this turn, basically, we're going to chump the Wayfarer. We'll take another 4, which really does hurt. But, yeah, this is fine. Because they cannot be making any more 1/1s. Do I want to get rid of the flyer? The Dawn Evangel, I don't see. It's not pulling much out of our yard. At least the flyer can hold Aura as well. Like, Mogis' favor well and keep being a problem. That's a huge issue. So that's another time we see Inevitable End not doing what I need it to. So that sucks. Definitely does suck. Don't get me wrong. And this is the exact matchup when they're making 1/1s is when Inevitable End is the worst. At least we can do this, though. We'll pass. And let them sack something first before we remove it. Yeah, a blue-white enchantment deck splashing for Setessan Champion is actually solid, so. But this deck is doing work against us, so like, no hate, you know, but they very well might win this game. So that kills our 1 blocker. It's also going to make that bigger. We don't have any blockers. It looks like we lose this game, but I'm going to play it out just to make sure that we're not going crazy. And yeah, that is... Oops. Oh yeah, that is a game. Good game, honestly. That deck came together exactly how that person needed it to. And we did not draw into the removal we needed. That's fine. We're moving on to the next game. That deck was weird. I don't know if I would call it, like, if it was aggressive or... I wouldn't call it aggressive. It was very weird, that deck. But very good. I guess it's more like mid-rangey. If we draw into any black, this hand is good. But we're going first. We get a 2-drop, we get a 4-drop. I think we can... Most of the cards in our deck are black, though. I think we'll mulligan this. Okay. And we can put a plains on the bottom. Play our Envoy. Your boy's an idiot. At least we have another 2-drop. I don't know why I did that. My apologies. Well, at least it's going to make our inevitable ends cheaper. Right, that's fine. Here we go. So this is probably going to start being able to attack past the Transcendent Envoy. Pass. And that's why I love Lampad. You leave up any mana, and you just make it hard for them to remove any of your creatures. Excuse me. Ah, excuse me. I love when people take a long time for their turns. I actually do kind of like it, though, in a way. I've played against people that play very, very fast, and I'm not the biggest fan of that. I think it makes the game a little more confusing when the game's already very complicated. And I would never accuse anyone of anything, but sometimes it does feel like they're doing it because they want to try to confuse you. Which I think is just, like, pointless. Like, really? Like, that's how you're going to try to win games. But at the same time, then you have Magic Arena, where it's the game of ropes. Man, playing another blue-white deck that has that card. Very well. So what I think I'm going to do... We're just gonna... I was going to say, maybe we play Inevitable End on something. But it's fine. Because they're just going to... There's nothing on board that they would really, like, I'd want to get sacked. So we'll just pass. Actually, thinking back, it might have been smart to put the Inevitable End on the Envoy, forcing them to... Well, not forcing them to sack it, but then it would have been a much bigger pain for them because they would have had to keep it up. But for now, we'll actually just take that. I hate to give them card draw. Like, nothing makes me more mad than giving my opponent card draw. But I don't think I want to chump with my Transcendent Envoy just yet. When I might have to do that later. Okay. That being said, we're just gonna pass and see if they do anything more scary. But you know, I'm sure I have a lot of experienced players watching my videos as well. But for any new players, if you have instant speed removal, for the most part, there's obviously situations where you don't want to do it. But for the most part, if you have instant speed removal, you should always wait until you have to use it before you use it. Because you never know, maybe main phase 1 he drops some bomb that like is much more important than a 2-3 that's drawing him cards. So, now we will, but... Or maybe you get a card out of him. Maybe he plays another Aura on the Transcendent Envoy, and we get like a huge 2-for-1 out of it. Or maybe even 3-for-1. That's bad, though. However, we do have more removal. Again, I don't think we're going to chump just yet. But we do have more removal, so I don't think we're at the point that that's a huge issue. I hate how he's drawing cards and gaining life, but not too much can be done about that. We're not drawing into lands. So I guess what we're going to do is we're going to slap an inevitable end on it. And let him start sacking stuff, I guess, if he wants to keep it around. Which he will. And he will keep it around for a little bit, but at least like this will last longer. And at least we're forcing him to clear out his board on the ground, so maybe we can start making some ground attacks if he wants to keep that up. Another Starlit Mantle. My goodness. Yeah, nothing I really want to attack with. We'll pass. Maybe now, this turn, I'll chump it, but we'll see. They're going to set up their next draw steps. It's fine. I think I'll take it one more turn. I do like how my Transcendent Envoy is making my inevitable ends cheaper. But this fucking sucks. So I think we've learned it. This deck's big issue is blue-white. Amazingly enough. That's bad. On their end step, let's exile that just for shiggles. Man, we really need to hit that last mana. Please don't have another Starlit Mantle. Don't tell me he has another. Interesting. Okay. Oh, man. Okay. I didn't even know that you could do that. Interesting interaction. How many cards now? How much removal? That's 3 pieces of removal that he's denied. Wow. Okay. I mean, if that's the case, I don't even know what I want to do here. Do I want to Mogus's Favor or something? I can just double block that, and he can only kill one or the other. I think I'm gonna... Yeah, I think we're gonna do that for now. We might be taking a lot of damage this turn, but I have never seen... So that's technically the 3rd Starlit Mantle that's come out. We've had removal, but none of it stuck. Because I guess in this set, blue and white are really good at deflect, like between Karametra's Blessing, Starlit Mantle, Flicker of Fate. Like it's really easy to protect your own creatures, including that one, All-State of Life's Bounty. Excuse me, sorry. I hate how my table makes that noise. However, All-State of Life's Bounty is a really good target for Mogus's Favor. Mirror Shield, interesting. That's fine. I needed to make sure he... Oh, wait, but that gives it hexproof. That sucks. Okay, I think officially, is it time to chump yet? Not yet. They're not going to attack with Terranica. That's fine. We're only taking 4 that way. Now that really sucks because there's nothing that we can really do about them. Man, you're late. I guess we just Mogus's favorite Alseid, and then we'll try to hit the Terranica with Banishing Light. And I honestly don't even know what we're going to do about the Transcendent Envoy, to be 100% honest. I mean, look, we've been stuck on 4 lands. Like, we have 17 lands in this deck, and we hadn't hit Final Death for, like, 6 years, so... I mean, we still haven't hit Final Death. Whatever. I mean, you're going to lose games to variance all the time. There's not really too much we can do about it. So here, I think I'm going to block. If they have some sort of stupid combat trick, it's going to suck, so we might as well just block. What they don't know is I secretly have a copy of Shatter the Sky. I wish. I think Shatter the Sky might be the only way to deal with a hexproof creature in this format, honestly. I'm trying to think. I don't know if there's any others. We're still... I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point, but we're still not drawing into the lands we need. Regardless, we have the floor covered, so, like, there's no point. I'd rather just try to gain some life and keep up sack outlet. I will say, I've drafted before this black-white, like, hyper-control deck. And I didn't know this was a weakness. It is. This is a weakness because we can't, like, target stuff because of the... I mean, I think 2 Starlit Mantis might be a little much in a Flicker of Fate. But that's what's really bad when you're playing removal and someone just has all, like, the counter removal. Another deck, just so you all know, that it's really bad to play these hyper-control decks against is red-black. Every single time you try to remove something, they have a sack outlet out. So what ends up happening is rather than removing the creature or exiling it, they just sack it for value, making their game plan much tighter than yours, usually. So, thanks for the Final Death. I think we're taking 4 this next turn, and I don't think there's anything we can do about it. So I'm just going to concede. I mean, unless I guess we could sack stuff to the land pad, but, like, I don't think we're going to be doing much. Yeah. Good game, bro. Like, we could, but that would buy us, like, what? Like, another turn? That regardless, we don't have a way to deal with anything hexproof in our deck. I'm going to check just to be sure. But I'm almost positive we don't have a single way of dealing with something that has hexproof. Yeah, this, I guess, if it were in their hand, but we wouldn't have expected a Transcendent Envoy to do what it did that game. Yeah, we really don't, so whatever, that's fine. Next game. A lot of people are playing the Fibblethip. And I love it. I love Fibblethip. I think he's one of the funniest cards ever. This will keep. We got 2 removal, 2 creatures. I don't mind it. Supposed to be like, what, blue? supposed to be blue? Which one's supposed to be white? I can't tell. Sorry, very distracted. We'll just keep it for black, for like black stuff. Okay. He might mill over 2 cards. Wait, does he mill? Oh, target player, so he might want to mill himself, but I doubt it. Nope. Hits 2 lands. I cannot be mad about that. I'll take the blocker. Even though I like Underworld Charger's not blocking here, so. Or Underworld Charger never really blocks, but. By the way, I really don't like this card as a 2-drop. I don't suggest playing it. That is a very good 3-drop, though, that I'm a big fan of. Oh, we don't have the double white for Nyxborn Courser. So in that case, we'll just drop the Hierophant. So if they attack with that Reflection, I really don't mind trading off the Dawn Evangel for it. And then we'll have a still really good blocker with the Venomous Hierophant. Okay, that'll do. So while the next 2 turns will be able to attack past the Glory Bearers, that's fine. Or if they do the other guy, whatever. But doesn't matter much to me. It's a lot of damage, but once that thing is off the battlefield, the AI could care less. Cards am I at? Oh, geez. Okay, I actually do. I don't know what I want to do here. Man, how did so many cards get milled already? I don't know what to do here. So, if we kill the Towering Wave Mystic, they're going to put it on the Underworld Rage Hound. And then regardless, we'll trade something off. I'm not sure. I think for now, I'm going to hit... I might just hit the Rage Hound and then chump block with the Glory with the Glory Bearers or something. We'll attack with this, get some damage in. Can't really block it. It's fine. And then drop a Underworld Charger. Yeah, I honestly should have just chumped it earlier, but this is fine. He gains trample? I did not realize that. Yeah, it is. That's a lot of cards. So he's almost decked me with that stupid 2-drop. If I lose this game, I'm going to be so mad. But this is my own fault more than anything. So let's see. I like Timuret as like, now we could just start exiling stuff out of their graveyard. Which I think I'm just going to do, like, I'm going to attack with the Charger. And then on my own end step, I'm not even going to let them try to escape anything. I'm just going to exile both and gain some life. And we do need to start getting aggressive here because we're running low on cards, so... Up to 1. Okay, so this isn't a he has to ability. But, who do you want to fight here, bud? You don't have to, right? Okay. Maybe he has Omen of the Forge in there in his hand? He does. Fine by me. I'm going to attack with both. I don't think he'll block. And since we have so much removal in hand, I'll probably just inevitable end Illyrios. If he does that, well, that's fine by me, I guess. I'll just hold up instant speed removal. I don't know why I'm doing that. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that because of this. I don't have more lands here. Don't lie to me. Because this should be game here. And it is. Thank God we did not just get decked out by a stupid 2-drop and an even dumber enchantment. That stupid Saga. That's what it is. That dumb Saga. I don't like that card. And I've never seen it do work. And of course it does work against me. Thank God we won that game. Sure, I'll take this. It's not a bad 7. I don't have the little owl thing yet, and I don't know how I feel about it. Oh, okay, our opponent mulligans to 6. Devour of Memory, that is a good card. If they don't play anything on their next turn, we will absolutely be inevitable ending that. Because I've won games with that card. The card is very, very good. That's fine. If you want to spend... Wow. He's going to use his removal on my 2-drop like that? Like on a random dumb 2-drop? That's fine by me, I guess. That is kind of worrying. Maybe his hand is loaded with removal, but... Main phase, Omen of the Sea. Okay. Omen of the Sea is a very good card. I like that card a lot. It's technically, like, if you added 1 more mana to Serum Visions, right? And then for 1 more mana, it also had the 3 mana Sack and Scry 2 ability. That's a good card. I think this turn we're just going to drop the Underworld Charger. That's a better attacker. So that next turn we can Rage Guard Berserker it. If we draw into land. If not, we just drop the Dawn Evangel and are happy about it. But if we draw into land, we can make it a 4-3 and keep on attacking. Gonna remove an escape creature? Okay. So he didn't draw the land. Means we're gonna attack. And what's good about this is that he can't really race with us. We have removal, so he can do 3, but we'll be doing 5. And as soon as we get our 5th mana, a lot more than 5. Ooh, I like the little Heliod. But that being said, do not underestimate Devour of Memory. I like that card a lot. If you're in like a late game parity, you just have a 3/2 unblockable. Card's awesome. Another Mire's Grasp on a random 3-drop. That is really weird to be like spewing your removal like that. And this guy has 2 Myers Grasp. Good for him. We didn't get a single one. Man. If we had that Dawn Evangel, we could have gotten our Temple Thief back with this inevitable end. That's fine. Again, we have a lot more removal in our hand, so I don't mind inevitable ending that. Because Devour of Memory is a very annoying and very good card. Oh, man. The Starlit Mantle never fails. Okay. Not an enchantment creature, right? I'll probably hit that with a Banishing Light this next turn. If he doesn't have 14 more Starlit Mantles hidden in his deck. My god! Oh, and he's going to be bouncing that back to hand. So for sure we're killing that right now. So now he can bounce the Omen of the Sea back, which is still very good, mind you. Still very, very good. But a lot better than just giving him a constant protection with Starlit Mantle. After this draft, I might be a little higher up on Starlit Mantle. Theomorphosis, very well. That's fine. I'll drop a Berserker, get in for the 1. And then we'll have more options later. Like, if we draw into Lampad, we can actually end up sacking that for value and then bringing it back later. So, let's hope we top deck into Lampad. Here you go. Doing his Omen of the Sea stuff. And then he'll be bouncing Omen of the Sea back on his upkeep, right? Yep. Whew. So this turn I might have to remove this Shimmerwing Chimera. Because it is being a major issue. The big question is just like, how do I want to remove it? I'm going to destroy it, or... I think it's better, honestly, to just revoke existence it. Because I'm going to feel like real bad if I don't get to keep my instant speed removal up. Well, I just want to take out... I think we're just going to revoke existence it. Again, we really... I mean, we don't need it, but like I would really appreciate a Lampad for this situation. It's a good card. Especially since he seems to be playing a lot of, like, instants. He's going to tap something down for sure. Let's see what he plays. We're going to attack with Transcendent Envoy and see what this guy does. See if we get anything out of his hand. And also, we are at a low life total, so I don't think I'm going to play Agonizing Remorse just yet. Wow, 3 swamps. That's actually pretty solid. Vexing goal. Okay. He better not attack, though. I mean, with the goal, yeah, but with the lionfish, because I'll just chump with the underworld charger. I would be happy to. So that's getting removed. So I'm assuming that he's going to be digging for an answer. That's what I'm assuming. I'm very worried about what he put on top. Okay. Let's get that out of their hand. Whatever it is, I don't want it in their hand. Yep, getting rid of that. And we'll leave both back, because if they top deck removal, we need to be able to kill, we need to be able to block. Top something, that's worrying. Man, Lampad would be great. Is he trying to... What are you trying to do? I think he's trying to Mogus's favor the Hierophant. Yeah, that is what he's trying to do. Okay. He knows better than to do it to the Underworld Charger. Looks like we're passing. Need to leave up instant speed removal. I would literally start crying right now if I draw a Lampad. Oh, come on. Come on, man. At least he's drawing lands too. Oh my god, I'm gonna start screaming. I mean, I already did just scream, but I'm gonna start screaming much louder if I just keep drawing. Come on, man. What does he have in hand? That is not just worrying, it is very worrying. Whatever this dude has in hand. Yep. So that was a good top deck. The thing is, do I want Apathy or do I want Mogus's Favor? I think I'm actually going to take the Mogus's Favor because it lets me do this. I know that sounds weird. Like, maybe this is going to be super greedy of me, but the fact that I have removal in hand. Okay, so this is going to kill whatever they get back. But at least like this, not only do I kill their Stinging Lionfish, I also get to kill my own Underworld Charger and bring it back. So he's going to flash that in. That's fine, because we're going to kill it. And you know what? I'm going to do it right now before he draws a Starlit Mantle. Because if he draws a Starlit Mantle, I'm going to want to cry. We have a lot of cards in graveyard, so we can escape both of these. I'm sorry if I'm quiet, guys. This game is tight as fuck. I assume he's going to sack the Omen of the Dead to try to draw into something good. User, Daysra. Oh, no, no, no. What did he top? What did he top? No. Okay, but we have the Mogus's Favor for that, so. So I think I know what he's going to try to do. I don't think it's going to work, though. But regardless, it's our only chance. We have to do this. Oh, okay. Whew. In that case, I probably should have attacked because regardless, I would have lost if that would have survived. So, I probably should have done that, but that's fine. Oh, no. That's bad. That is really, 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 really bad. Oy. Drawing 3 cards right now at this point in the game is so big. More land? Come on, dude. You're killing me over here. Okay, then I'll get rid of an inevitable end, sure. Temple Thief. I do have another Dawn Evangel, so I actually might want to keep that. You, and you. No, you. No attacks, just to be safe. Oh, and we draw the Dreadful Apathy. That's actually, like, so important right now. I should have Mogus's favored this, and then that would have been lethal, right? Yeah, we would have had lethal, so I just missed lethal. Ah! My bad, guys. My bad. Well, let's do it. You better have something. Oh my god, dude. Good game. Good game. Oh my god. Guys, I want you to know I haven't breathed in the past 5 minutes. My nipples could cut through glass. Oh my god. Okay, we're moving on to the final boss now. Final game here. Whether we win or lose, I cannot be happier with this run. But oh my god in heaven. I'll keep this. But holy shit. I cannot believe that game just happened right now. Okay. Show me your bombs. So, it's between these two, Siona or Warbriar. I think we're going to get rid of Siona, though, because she's an actual huge fucking issue. She starts making 1/1s and gets out of hand. And like that, he doesn't have any early creatures in his hand, at least that I can see. He does have Omen, though. We're eventually going to want another black source for Gary. But let's see. Man, he's already almost ready for the Archon, so I need to hopefully draw some removal soon. Wow, okay. Send an envoy. This person is being very aggressive. There we go. I like playing this. Sure, let's just kill a 1/1 while we have, might as well with the free mana. I like these sleeves. Another Omen of the Sun. Man, this person's playing all the Omens, huh? They're going like super wide, or is it just me? I like leaving this up so that way I'm gonna attack with this because they would have to actually can't kill it. And I don't mind if they try to chump. And I like the idea that now if they draw into a land and they play that Archon, I can immediately respond to that before they have any auras in the graveyard. Even more instant speed removal. Can't be mad about that. I'm going to keep on attacking. Right now they do have chump blockers, but like they're going to run out. So. And yeah, they've gained life, but still I don't think they're going to win this race all that much. Just going to kill that before they get to bring an aura back. Oh, enchantment. I thought it was just an aura. Interesting. Well, they got more chump blockers, but at least it was nothing big. Like, I'm glad they didn't get removal back with that. That would have been a huge issue. Gonna attack with that. And again, we're gonna leave instant speed removal up. Because we're taking 1 a turn. That's not that bad, to be honest with you. And I don't see them doing anything, like, horrific here. They're churning through their deck, to say the least, though. Here we go. Now I think I'll just slap down Gary. Actually, would I rather... That'll become a 5-3, but when it attacks a 5-4... They would have to block with everything? Sure. They'd have to block with everything to get rid of it, so... Because remember, now it's going to become a 5-3 when it attacks because of the Glory Bearers. It's fine. And now we're going to get some life back. Oh wow, he has 2 copies of Siona. That's really, really good. Oof. So that's getting removed next turn, for sure. I think I'll play this. And that leaves me enough mana to get rid of Siona. Ooh, I don't like how he's leaving 1 mana up, though. Don't like that at all. So I'm actually going to block with the Hierophant, and then if in response he because Karametra's Blessing is what's at 1 mana. Okay, that's fine. If he attacks with Siona, we'll double block. And then if he has a combat trick, we'll in response kill it. Oh, so I guess he doesn't have a combat trick. That's fine. It's that for 1 mana, Karametra's Blessing exists. And that would be like blowout of the century. If oh, wait a minute. This has first strike, right? Okay, so we're going to do a triple block there. He's only going to kill 1 of our creatures. And we'll get to eat the Siona. It's fine, man. Cool, and now we're going to start gaining life. Now they have a creature or 2 in there. Wow! Another Siona? I am, like, incredibly impressed. If they go to equip her with some stupid garbage, I'm gonna, in response, take her out with Erebos' intervention. Man, what did this person draft? Like, I thought, you know, black-white was open. Regardless, that's still very good. Because now he's going to have a 2-3 Vigilant Flyer. Glad we drew into removal. We're going to do this right now. Sentinel's Eyes and Siona. Now on their end step, we'll take out anything else that they might want to escape. It's fine. Okay. Let's exile more of their creatures. So we've gained more life this turn than they've dealt damage to us. So the big reason we're not attacking is, well, this flyer is rather annoying. So I'm actually going to do that and pass. Man, how many omens is he playing? That's 3, 3 omens? Wow. Card's good, but you know, as a 3 of, that's a little rough. But he's definitely churning through his deck. I can't say anything about that. Creatures. Any other creatures? No. So what would be annoying if he got back that? Because there are ways to get back auras. And then to get back enchantments, these are annoying. Here we go. So this is what I call a threat. Oh, actually, he does just have like a perfectly fine block here. What I will do is this next turn, when I'm done exiling all this garbage, I'll... Ooh. That's bad. I was going to say I'm going to put Mogus's Favor on like one of these. And start, you know, just swinging in. Let's just exile the last one. But for that, I'll put this on here so that he has no good blocks on it. Like, he can double block and stuff, but then I'll just escape it right after. And now it's going to be a 5/5, which is even harder to... Nope, nope, don't want to exile you. I want to exile you, you, and you, sure. The Sentinel's eyes in hand? No. So we're going to do this just super quickly. And then still have mana for this. Chump, that's fine. I have 2 solid attackers now. Alright. I'm not gonna kill the 1/1s with Mogus's Favor because I want to leave cards in the graveyard in case this gets killed. Because if Underworld Charger dies, like, and like we don't have the escape for it, that's not gonna go well. We need to be able to like beat their removal by just keeping on, excuse me, by being able to recur this multiple times. I mean, I don't know what combat trick they're representing here, but I'll gladly do that and force it out of their hand. We're at 20, so... I mean, sure, my Great Merchant still doesn't die, so... Yeah, he did a little bit of damage, but now he just left himself wide open. And I have my Heliod's Pilgrim. And this is enough mana to play it and exile said creature. You know what? We're so ahead right now. Let's not even... Because we could use... Sorry, I'm sorry if I'm being really quiet, guys. Sorry, I'm like hyper-focused in on this game right now. We're not going to use that just because, you know, you never know. What if they play something actually big and scary? Let's have removal for that. Even though, like, we could have, let's say, won the game there and just swung out. You never know. Maybe they have some... He had one thing in hand. Like, look at this. Just going to prevent that in its entirety. And now this game should be won. Yep. GG, man. Fuck. Wasn't able to get it off. That being said, we make it to Silver 3. And we go 7-2 with this draft. Yes, I could not be happier with that. Hell yeah. Well, thank you all for being with me for this draft. That was a blast. I'm loving Theros. We're going to open these packs super quick. Ooh, Dalikos. I wonder, I would love to play a Brawl deck with him as a commander. I'm not sure if there's too much you could do with him, but I think it'd be pretty interesting. And Bronze Hideline. I mean, you guys saw the work this card did today. So, oh, we got a rare wild card. Rad. Well, thank you all. Really, really appreciate your time, especially if you watched the whole video. I can't tell you how much it means to me. If you're from Reddit, YouTube, or wherever else you might be watching this video, thank you guys so much. I'm Efficient Eric again. If you liked the video, remember to like and subscribe. It really helps a tiny account like me start to try to get somewhere with this, you know? So I really just want to start upgrading and getting better at this as soon as I can. And with all your help, I'm sure that's possible. So thank you guys. Have a wonderful day.